speaks to how a lot serious in this part of the world. We do a lot of out-of-pocket payments, which is one thing that I know that even especially for the health sector, people are trying to sensitize others to be able to know that they can have a plan that really covers them. Like, it covers you just as their adverse talks about. It really covers you. But very quickly, you have a message as well, Alero. This says, in Nigeria, people seem to have a very strong survival mindset. Because of this, we don't really acknowledge the value of what we do work-wise. Since that is necessary for wealth creation, how can we imbibe it into ourselves despite the predominant mindset? Okay, so that's the question. I think you should take that in a minute or two, Muturayo. Did you get that, or should I take it again?
Sorry, please, you have to repeat the question.
Okay, it says, in Nigeria, people seem to have a very strong survival mindset. Because of this, we don't really acknowledge the value of what we do, that's work-wise. Since that is necessary for wealth creation, how can we imbibe it in ourselves despite the predominant mindset?
Okay. I can't say that I really understand the question, but I'll try my best to respond. Okay. Well, it's talking about the value of the work that you do, right? I still don't. I'm not
okay. So it's talking about the value of the work we do. I mean, in Nigeria, if I get this person correctly, we are hard workers, right? But at some point, we work so hard and we have almost nothing to show for it. So how can we imbibe that hard work into financial literacy and freedom that we desire to attain?
See, I think that there's hard work and there's smart work.
Absolutely.
You have to quit mistaking the fact that you're hard working to be productive. Sometimes, if I was going to, okay, so right now I trade on all the markets, and say I wanted to raise, maybe just for the sake of it, maybe $100,000. I know exactly in the past what I'll do. I get some income. I know exactly what instruments to trade. I know the kind of risk to take, and I'll do it on the comfort of my home. But you have to understand that for me to be able to get to that, it took me years of study, years of attaining all of these things. The mistake that a lot of we also make is that you feel that I'm in chapter 9 of my book. All right, I've written 8 chapters, so I'm obviously more experienced. But you're in chapter 1. You have not earned the right to compare yourself with me. That's what I'm saying. So, and if you do that, you're going to fall into that trap of, oh, my hard work is not being rewarded, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. You have to understand that there's some things that just take time. If you cannot remove the time factor from the result, all right, things take time. You will, and number 2, you will fail, you will make mistakes. You have to embrace those things.
Absolutely.
They're all learning curves.
So if you don't understand that things will take time, there's time that it will naturally take. The fact that you water your yam twice as much doesn't mean it will grow twice as fast. Okay? It just takes time. Secondly, you have to understand that you will give yourself time to fail. And you will fail. I don't care who your mentor is, what your connections are, what your pedigree is. We are bound to make mistakes. It's just the way things are built, all right? And if you allow yourself in all of this, thirdly, have a mentor that can guide you through a lot of these things. There's nothing that you want to do that somebody else hasn't gone ahead before. There are books about it, there are courses about it. Leverage on that so that your time and your mistakes can be cut off significantly. And then there's always the environmental factors. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's always the environmental factors. So all of those things, you have to put it together. Otherwise, I'm very careful when I'm advising young professionals, especially, that what they're trying to do, you want to encourage them, but you also want them to proceed with caution, because there's so many other factors. So hard work, wealth is extremely important. It's not the only ingredient for success. In fact, I dare say that a lot of people that work hard, they're on the farm, they're in the fields, they're working twice as hard as those of us that are working on the laptop. But they earn probably less than 10% of what people traditionally earn.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Alero, your
Okay, so I
message
have a
and
comment.
question quickly.
Yeah, I
Our
have a
time is
comment
gone.
quickly. Okay, so there's a comment. Good evening, my dear beautiful sisters of What Are You Saying Ways. Concerning a woman attaining financial freedom, it has to start somewhere because it is very important. When a girl is growing and maturing, their savings have to be monitored. Why I'm saying so is that if they are not monitored, distraction comes in. We know that the price of foodstuffs are high. They will tell you that they want to do this and do that, and then get distracted. What they need is their main priority is to do more. They should have made saved. Well, this person is basically advising us, advising women on investment and business. I have a question, or I want to talk about debt quickly. I want you to just, touch on debt. A lot of people are in debt and it's messing with their psyche, or it's messing with their mind, and they feel like, I don't know how to come out of it. So I want you to please just advise quickly, how can women or individuals actually come out of debt and actually, attain that financial, even if you're starting afresh, even if you're starting again. But I mean, I just need you to just give us, some tips on how best, to come out of debt and, stand your feet.
Okay, that's a very important question because debt can be acquired through maybe schooling. You took some school student loans, or you borrowed money for investment and it went down. Debt can be acquired. It doesn't matter how it's acquired.
Yeah.
The first thing you have to realize that you have not done anything massively wrong. Even if you did anything wrong to get to this level, anything can be corrected. So you've got to have that faith that you know what, this is where you're at. Acknowledge what you've done and move on from what, because what I feel affects a lot of people, because it's a very, very important area, and it's one area I'm looking to go into as well, debt counseling, because people have committed suicide just because of debt. And the reason they do that is because they don't see any way out.
True.
So the first thing, acknowledge what you have done. If it's a mistake, move on from the mistake. Do not tie yourself through that in that passing, I wish. You cannot move on looking at the rearview mirror. So that's the first thing you need to understand. Number two, so many people are in your position. Debt does not kill you if you don't let it. It doesn't have to kill you, all right? You will get out of that position. Have faith. Number three, you have to know that your earning power will increase eventually. Some people have committed suicide on a couple of millions of naira because they really could not see how they could ever come out of it.
Yes.
But if only they had persisted, they would realize that maybe 2-3 years down the line, their earning power has significantly changed. You are never going to be in the same position. No problem is permanent. No situation is permanent, as people would say. All right, so you will come out of it. Your earning potential will increase. And number four, one day you're going to be debt free. You make a plan with your debtors. Tell them this is the minimum payment you can afford. Some of them would threaten and scream and shout. Legally, you can't go to jail simply because you owe somebody money. It's a civil matter. It's not a criminal case.
Yeah.
Even if you're in the Western world, it's not a criminal case. Make a debt aid plan and try and stick to the plan as well as possible. All right. Still go ahead and live your life. Still go ahead and save money. Still go ahead and invest, because sometimes it's the investment that you make, the return will eventually pay off the debt.
Yeah. Thank you so much for putting that together in 2 minutes, less than 2. Before we go, thank you so much, ladies. Do ensure you follow us on Instagram at PlusTvAfrica. You can interact with us further, drop a comment, and most importantly, follow all our social media engagements. And remember to like, share, comment, and invite your friends and family to watch us and follow us. If you missed today's quote, here it is again. To get rich, you have to be making money while you're sleeping. I thought we would get the guests to speak on this, but time, yeah. Anyway, see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Bye.
Composer and actress. Nelly started singing at an early age. She later joined Professor Sonny Oti's music group, under where her talent flourished. Her music career shot to limelight in 1976 when Humsey Sound released her debut LP composition, Love Wantinti. Thereafter, hits like Waka, Akabueze, and Mama Hauser further established her place in the Nigerian music industry. She traversed genres, including Igbo highlife, pop, and gospel music. She died on 12th of April 2005 in a hospital in Enugu State, Nigeria, after a reported cancer-related illness. She was aged 55. Salawa Abeni was born on May 5, 1961. She hails from Ekpe, division of Lagos State, southwest Nigeria. At the young age of 8,